Best on Tour this week is presented by Best on Tour. Sign up for free at bestontour.net. Welcome to another edition of Best on Tour this week, presented by bestontour.net, where we talk about what happened this week in the industry and on the water in professional bass fishing. I'm Matt Pangrac, along with my co-host Dave Rush from Best on Tour. And Dave, the seventh stop of the Bassmaster Elite Series season has come and gone, and we have a two-time winner now at the Bassmaster Elite Series level.
Absolutely. An absolute nail biter at Lake 10 Killer, a place you are very familiar with, and did some great coverage there, man. Kudos on that.
Wes Logan wins by a single ounce over Andrew Loberg, a tale of fluctuating water levels, over 5 foot of fluctuation from the time the angler started practice to the time the last cast was made, and a throwback tournament, an event that many thought would be dominated by forward-facing sonar. Wes Logan fishes a 1/2 ounce Arc Randall Tharp Signature Series flipping jig paired with a Zoom salty chunk, also mixed in a little bit of a Texas rig, but that did the majority of his damage in the upper lake area, flipping flooded bushes and trash mats. A near win, though, for Andrew Loberg, who finishes second by an ounce in his rookie season.
Yeah, Loberg coming up just a little bit short of having the clean rookie sweep for his household, his traveling partners, Tucker Smith and Paul Marks, already notching Elite Series victories this year. Loberg was trying to add his name to the list, come up a little bit short, though. Wes Logan takes it down. Well, actually, Wes's first top 10 since 2021, where he won on Neely Henry and finished second at Gunnersville that year as well, back-to-back tournaments. So Wes Logan getting back on track with an Elite Series victory, number 2 for the Little Ball of Hate.
Jay Shakur maintains his lead in the Bassmaster Progressive Angler of the Year standings with 3 events left, but it is now time, heading into the home stretch, to look at the 2026 Bassmaster Classic qualifiers. Hovering right at that 40 mark is Elite Series veteran Hunter Shryock. The first 5 or last 5 in: Emil Wagner, Jordan Lee, Lee Livesey, Robert G, and Hunter Shryock. And currently the first 5 out with 3 left: Brian Schmidt, John Garrett, Wesley Gore, Kyle Norsetter, and Carl Jacobson, off of a good tournament on 10 Killer after he won there in the Elite Series only visit to 10 Killer in the past.
Yep, going to come down to the wire on the Classic cut. A lot of fishing left on the Elite Series schedule, and as always, the Opens typically play a role in who qualifies for the Bassmaster Classic and how far they end up going down the points list on the Elite Series based on who wins an Open.
Over on the MLF side, all quiet on the home front tournament-wise this week as far as Toyotas and BPT and invitational events. However, there was an announcement of the 2025 Team Series details, a popular version where anglers team up and then compete in the Challenge Cup and the Heritage Cup events. The dates have been set for the 4 cups coming up: the Challenge Cup August 24th through 29th, the Heritage Cup September 14th through 19th, and then the Patriot Cup October 22nd through 27th, and the Summit Cup November 16th through 21st. Those competing, the 12 teams that will be competing in the Challenge Cup coming up in August: Jeff Sprague and Brian Thrift, Jacob Wall and Bobby Lane, the Joneses, Alton and Alton Jr., Michael Neal and Andy Morgan, Brent Ayler and Justin Lucas, Mark Davis and Gary Klein, Keith Carson, Luke Clausen, Dean Rojas and Josh Bertrand, Jake Lawrence and Colby Miller, Adrian Avina and Dustin Connell, Anthony Gagliardi and Jeremy Lawyer, and Edwin Evers and Skeet Reese. Some interesting themes in those team pairings, Dave.
Definitely a few teams we've seen compete together before, but some wild card teams there, some pairings that are definitely going to be entertaining to watch. They went away from the 3-man teams to the 2-man format. That was very well received. 2 guys in the boat, exchanging information, working together to get their best fish, and looking forward to seeing that.
When it comes to industry news, we are exactly 1 month away from the start of ICAST in Orlando, Florida. You deal a lot with press releases and industry news. Do we expect some quiet time for between now and ICAST where a plethora of announcements will be made, or anything on the news and notes home front of the industry, Dave?
Yeah, just a little behind the scenes look there for the listeners. The submissions for the ICAST new product showcase were recently due. So that means everybody who wants to submit a new product for the best of show, best of category had to get their submissions in. So that's all wrapped up. They'll be cataloging that and have it ready for display when we arrive there in Orlando. And I would expect a lot of press releases and not a lot of announcements, moving towards ICAST. It always seems to kind of be the case. And one trend we've been seeing recently, it was always the case that baits would be released, talked about at ICAST, then you wouldn't be able to get your hands on them until months after. A lot of the companies are lining up the release of the baits to coincide around the time of ICAST, so the consumer should be able to get their hands on some of the hot new baits that they see at ICAST a lot sooner than previous years.
Become a better angler. Go behind the scenes of the top fishing tours. Learn the business side of the fishing industry and how to get sponsorships. The Best on Tour newsletter brings you all those once a week, completely free. Sign up now. Just go to bestontour.net and sign up for the newsletter. Dave, another week down. We'll talk to you next week.
See you next week.